Now for the top story tonight, reaction. Joining us from North Carolina, Bernard Goldberg, who in addition to doing commentary on The Factor, covers some sports for HBO and is a lifelong Yankee fan. So what about this?
Well, first of all, Major League Baseball has every right to expect that its players won't cheat. That's number one. When they cheat, it obviously gives an unfair advantage to the cheater over the player who's playing by the rules. But in a more important way, Bill, it corrupts the game. First of all, fans are more than willing to put up with cheaters if the cheater is on the team that they're rooting for and is delivering home runs. So it corrupts the fans who are more than willing to be corrupted. But baseball, more than any other sport, extends over generations. So if a player who's using steroids breaks Hank Aaron's all-time home run record, or another player who's on some kind of drugs breaks Roger Maris's single-season home run record, they're cheating all of us who love baseball. I mean, baseball is just one institution in a bigger culture, and there's a lot of cheating going on in the whole culture.
I think that's the main point. And you're returning to Barry Bonds, who broke Aaron's record, and he did break Roger Maris's record as well, as long as another steroid guy.
No, Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire was on Maris's record.
And Sosa also, and Sammy Sosa. So, but
right, that's right.
When you have an epidemic of cheating and lying, too, because lying goes along with cheating. You just can't cheat because you have to deny you cheated, and that's a lie. So lying and cheating are twins. And I think we have an epidemic of that in America right now. I really do. I mean, I talk to court officers, and they say, the oath that people take, I swear to tell the whole truth, nothing, it's a joke. And everybody knows it's a joke, and there's very few perjury cases that are even taken in, because now the court believes nothing. You know, they're not telling the truth. They're lying. The lawyers lie. Everybody lies. So we are living in a culture now that is so full of lying and cheating that I think it's eroding America's power, social fabric.
I think you're right, and I think the reason, in the case of baseball, that Alex Rodriguez is public enemy number one isn't simply that he cheated, but that he lied. I mean, he looked Leslie Stahl in the eye several years ago and said, I'm not using performance-enhancing drugs, and I never did, and he was. And then he said he wasn't going to do it anymore, and now baseball says they have the goods on him. There's an expression in sports, which is man up. If Alex Rodriguez had said, I did it, I shouldn't have done it, it was a stupid thing to do, I'm going to appeal the length of my penalty, but I'm not denying that I did it, I don't think he'd be public enemy number one, because as you say, you can't look at somebody and lie to them and then expect them to respect you.
Now, Tacopina, his lawyer on the Today Show, basically made the point that the evidence against Rodriguez would never hold up in a court of law. And that's probably true, because it's coming from one guy, some sleazebag in Miami who had a clinic that dispensed performance-enhancing drugs to a number of players. But this guy, you know, his record is so bad, and he himself is so bad, that a good lawyer could probably create reasonable doubt. There he is, Anthony Botch. So Tacopina is basically trying the thing as a criminal case, but this is not a criminal case. This is a case of honesty in business. It's almost like Bernie Madoff. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme. You know, if you're playing at this rate with this kind of money, and you're not playing by the rules, as Madoff didn't. I mean, he did all of this stuff that violated every rule of investment, and it's just unacceptable.
Just wrong.
It's just unacceptable. And I don't think we should convict Rodriguez on this program tonight, but I think we should stand behind the New York Yankees and say the Yankees they should be mad. They should be angry, because look at what their investment has reaped.
Right. Let's say Tacopina, the attorney, is right. Just let's say he's right, that he'd never be convicted in a court of law. But let's say a player, whether it's his client or some other player, is using performance-enhancing drugs and is able to do things that the other players who aren't can't do. Well, that's just an unfair advantage. That just ought to offend our basic sense of right and wrong. It should offend
everybody, and as you said, all the fans, 100% of them should be condemning this. And by the way, I want to applaud a guy named Nick Markakis, who plays right field for the Orioles, the Baltimore Orioles, young player, good player. And he said, one time, baseball should kick them out. One time, no second chance. Cheating should not be tolerated. And I applaud Markakis for saying that. Bernie, thank you. Next on the